Lots of fish. Hi, I'm Bob Azumi. Welcome to TSN. You know, we've got some great things planned for you on this series, and, well, I don't even want to talk about it. There's so many good things. Hey, do you guys want to go for a boat ride?
Yeah.
Fast or slow?
Fast. Fast.
Really fast?
Yeah.
All right, really fast. Let's go.
Today, Bob's going to take you big game fishing in the land down under. The Great Barrier Reef, world-renowned for its extraordinary fishing. Every year, the largest black marlin in the world show up on the north end of the reef near the tropical region of Cairns. And it's back home to Canada with Bob and his guest, hockey legend Bobby Orr, for some early season rainbow trout. We sometimes take enjoying the great outdoors for granted. There are some less fortunate children out there who may not get the opportunity. The Tim Hortons Children's Foundation is doing their part to help out. All this and more right here today on TSN.
Hey, I've got another boatload of kids here for another fast boat ride, and while I take them out for a boat ride, we're going to take you to Australia. That's right, the land down under for some phenomenal black marlin fishing off the Great Barrier Reef. You guys ready to go for a boat ride?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Might get a jump on him. Whoa, come on. Whoa. All right. Woo.
When he grabs this wire,
Yes.
back that drag off to the red mark.
Okay.
No lower.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah. Keep winding, keep winding. Keep winding. Whoa. Keep winding. Okay, now, back it off the red mark. Stay there, stay in the chair.
Okay. All right.
Got him, Rick. You want to have a look?
How big?
Don't get in front of him. Oh, he's 250. All right. One down.
One down. Gotta love it.
That was very easy.
That was easy. My
Yeah.
arm's about ready to fall off, and they're saying it's easy. How big? How many pounds do you think that was? What do you think?
How big do you want it to be?
250.
The captain says, how big do you want it to be? When you're catch and release fishing like this, you know, you don't get a real, a guesstimate on it, though. What do you think, 250?
250, yeah. Around that.
Yeah? All right. Well, these guys are leaders in catch and release fishing up here in Cairns on these big old billfish.
Let's
I like
catch
it.
a bigger one.
They call those rats. Isn't that awful? I think it's a trophy.
Big black marlin are an extraordinary fish. Once hooked, they make powerful long runs and spectacular jumps. What an awesome fish. They are able to spit their stomach out of their mouth and retract it while you're doing battle with them. I've never seen another species of fish do this before. On the day we left the crew on the Mystique and the Canahohe, the owner and his family flew in from Sydney. On that day, they successfully landed 3 giant black marlin, one over 500, one over 800, and a grander, which is over 1,000 pounds. Now I know why the boys called our fish rats. As far as I'm concerned, they were trophies.
We're sure it's a fishing adventure Bob will never forget. Australia offers so much, no matter what you're into. Coming up, trout fishing with number 4, Bobby Orr.
This hummingbird off of here and pack it away. Whew, I'll tell you, I just did boat rides for 50 some odd kids all over the lake, and we had a good time. You know, and speaking of kids, Bobby Orr is a guy who is just like a kid when he goes fishing. He has a lot of fun. Recently, we went fishing some of those early season rainbow trout. Oh! Isn't that something
Great
else?
jump.
Just amazing. This fish here, it's got some power to it. Hey, you know, this pool's actually about 5 feet deep.
Let me get down there and get him. Can we get him here?
Yeah, I might be able to land it here. Yeah.
Settle down.
Isn't that amazing how many jumps?
There, quick.
There we go.
That's what you.
Up in the tree.
That's what you call a quick release.
All right. Well, my float's up in the tree. Tell you what, you want to hit another pool while I get rigged?
Great. Right up in here
There's
looks
one
like a
there.
great spot.
There's one down there.
Which way?
Doesn't matter to me.
Let's go up. It's right here.
Don't hit it before I get rigged.
When fishing in a stream situation, once you've caught a few fish in a pool, it's best to move on to another spot and let the fish settle down. You can always come back later. In fact, every time Bobby Orr and I moved to an undisturbed pool, the fish were active and hit aggressively. Change your baits every now and then to improve your odds for catching these spooky shallow water trout.
I think I'll get this fish unhooked. You got one?
Oh, that's a better one. Oh, yes, that's a better one.
Oh, yeah. All right. Hold him on. That's only 6 pounds. That's line. Run after him. Oh!
Whoa, hell, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly.
I'm dropping things all over the place.
Whoa. Oh, what a great fish, Bob.
Still got him?
Yeah, he's a nice fish.
All right.
Great fish.
I was just getting that little baby unhooked. Whoa!
Let me tell you, this... Now, I've got to keep him away from that tree over there.
Come on down with him. Now, that's only 6 pound test on that rod.
Let's see if I can get him back up.
Aren't they an amazing fish?
Oh, they're a great fish.
You know, the way they become airborne.
Now, this one is really dark.
Take it easy on them, though. Okay, let's get up in here and see if we can.
He's not too fussy about coming back up. Now we got him going. Now we've got him going. Once you get them going, they'll... Come on.
You should see how black it is. Oh, it's a big hook jaw male, too. Yes,
Aha.
sir? All
Beauty.
right.
Oh, isn't that a great fish? Very nice of her.
You gotta like that.
Isn't that a beauty? Oof,
Super.
that's nice. Thank you, sir.
Good
That was
stuff.
great. There you
All
go.
right.
Beauty.
That's
Isn't
a
that
good
great
looking
fish?
male. See that hook jaw?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Good
That's great.
stuff. You gotta like it.
Oh, they're an unbelievable fish.
Something else. Earlier, Bobby and I had a chance to talk about what he's been up to for the last 12 years since he's got out of the NHL. Let's have a look. Whew. I like it. Bob, you've been retired from the NHL for what, about 11 years now?
11 years, yes, Bob.
And you played 12 seasons in the National Hockey League, and you had some pretty good years, boy, I'll tell you.
I was a little offensive-minded. You know, I like to carry the puck, and I don't think there's any question that the professional athlete, whether it be baseball, football, or hockey, influences the way young kids play, and you know, I like to carry the puck. It's a style that drives the coaches crazy, the defenseman down the ice all night, but that was the way I like to play, and yes, I did. I was known as an offensive defenseman.
Do you miss the hockey days?
I missed it in the beginning. Today, I'm satisfied. I have new challenges. It took me about 1.5 years, 2 years to get it out of my system, but today I'm a big fan. I see a lot of games, but I'm very happy, and things are going very well.
You've traveled a lot of different places over the years, and is fishing sort of your getaway from it all?
I've always loved fishing, and I really prefer what we've been doing today. I mean, I've fished all over the world for big fish, but what we're doing today here with the steelhead, I think, is as challenging as any of the fishing I've ever done, and it's so much fun, and the country is so beautiful. I really do enjoy this type of fishing.
Well, you grew up in Perry Sound, born and raised in Perry Sound, then you moved to Oshawa to play in your junior years, and then off to where, Boston?
Boston, yes. I went to Boston in 1966, and I was 18 years old, and I love it.
Well, anyway, you know what we've been doing, we've been using light line, 6 pound test leaders tied on to either 6 or 8 pound test main line, and that small hook, that's a number 12. That seems to be tricky, doesn't
That's
it?
our excuse for missing as many as we did today.
This is one excuse. The other thing is that there are a lot of trees in the way and the roots underwater. And another thing, too, is to graduate the split shot so that you use your larger split shot towards the foot of the float, and then smaller split shot towards the hook or bait. And that seems to be the key, just to keep that presentation down right in that strike zone. And I'll tell you, that fishing can be really exciting. What do you say we get back down there and catch a bunch?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Sounds good to me. There we go.
You're getting slow, Bob.
I was just
You're
reminiscing
getting
about
slow.
something. Whoa.
Oh, watch, he's trying to get you under the roots. Oh.
You should see, I just saw a fish swimming by it. It was twice the size. Whoa.
Look at.
Now, what Bobby Orr and I are doing today is we're switching around, and I'd say, Bobby, the big thing is not to stay with just a worm or a single egg too long, is it?
We've had great luck changing, Bob, today.
But like 10 drifts or 20 drifts with a small little red worm, maybe 3 inches or 2 inches long, and then if you don't get a hit, you switch
Go
to
to the
single
egg.
See, like this fish here is on a single pickled egg, a salmon egg.
You're a feisty devil, isn't it?
Yeah. Get out of there. All right.
Nice
Nice
fish.
one.
Isn't that a beauty? Good one. Just give me a hand. Now that one took the pickled egg.
Yep.
That was on the pickled egg.
Single egg. Good stuff. Well, I'll tell you, we've had a heck of a day out here
Great
today.
day.
Bob, it's great to
Nice
meet you.
job.
Boy,
That's
we had a
great.
lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Boy, we're going to have to get out and do this again.
Absolutely.
Next time, though, I think we'll win over the fish. I would say the fish probably beat us by a few today, wouldn't you?
I think they gave it to us pretty good today.
Well, being conservationists,
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Quick releases.
All right.
As you can see, our two Bobs are fishing fanatics. When we come back, the Tim Horton Children's Foundation, a great outdoor experience for our future generations. Stay tuned.
Hey, this is some place that we're at, and I'm here with Ron Joyce. He's founder and chairman of the Tim Hortons Children's Foundation. And Ron, this is one of, what, 4 camps that you have for the kids?
Bob, this is the first of 3 that are open now, and we're building a 4th camp in a place called Quillon, Quebec, which is northeast of Ottawa.
Well, we're 12 miles outside of Parry Sound, and this was the original camp. And tell me about it. Like, I see all these kids here with smiling faces, and I know that's what it's all about, but tell me about this project.
Well, Tim died in 1974 in a motor vehicle accident in St. Catharines, and during the funeral period, we decided to start a camp in his memory here in Northern Ontario for monetarily underprivileged children that are physically healthy but have problems monetarily. So that started. This is our 19th summer.
19th summer.
And it's working very, very well. We have children here today from Alberta, Nova Scotia, and Quebec.
Okay, so the kids come up here for, is it 10 days?
It's a 10-day camping experience.
Yes. And they do everything from stay in teepees to do what, archery they've got?
They have archery, and they have canoeing, and the overnight trips. At this particular camp, we have frog boarding. They're just a whole host of things kids do at camp.
You know, I think a lot of people who, take things like this for granted. Yet you see all those smiling faces from kids that are from different parts of Canada that I'm sure have never had a lot of these outdoor experiences. And what we did is something special today. We got up here this morning and you brought up your caravan float plane, and you've been giving groups of kids plane rides all over the lake and up in the air, and I've been giving them boat rides in the Ranger boat, 60 mile an hour down the lake and up the lake and across. And it's so funny to see them because I don't think a lot of them have been in planes or fast boats and all those things that, you know, I think some of us that are more fortunate just sort of take for granted. And I really commend you people on what you're doing. I look at those kids there, and I know one thing: when they leave here, they're never going to forget it, are
It'll
they?
be a great experience for them. And I want to thank you, Bob, for being part of today. They're just taking the children out and explaining they're getting a thrill of meeting you and And that boat ride is something else again.
Well, when my father was alive, he said if it's for kids, do it. And that's why I'm here. Thanks a lot, Rod.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you, we had a great time out there giving all those kids boat rides. And speaking of kids, you know, it's important to get them involved in the great outdoors, and fishing is a great way of starting them off. You know, there's a few easy things to do to make the action fast and furious. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I just want to take a few minutes and talk about some basic tools that'll help you catch those panfish like perch, pumpkin seed, bluegill, and crappies. First of all, get yourself some small hooks. This is a long shanked number 10. The long shank makes it easier to get out of that panfish's mouth. Also, some tiny split shot and some small bobbers like this red and white jobby here. That's all you need to catch those little panfish. Now, I'll usually use just like a third or a half of a night crawler or dewworm on the small hook, and that's about all it takes for those little critters to eat. Now, if you want to get really high-tech, on this rig here, we've got a slip bobber or a float, and I've got a piece of, it's like the rubber skirt material that you'll use on spinner baits and jigs tied onto the line, and that acts as a stop. And so this slip bobber will find its depth and then stop right there, and you can move this up and down wherever you want, and that'll adjust the depth that you're going to fish. Now, on the other end here, I've got a small jig. This one's a 16th ounce jig, and I'll just add the piece of night crawler onto the jig and swim this through the water, and it'll catch all those panfish as well. I'd really recommend for any of you parents out there that want to get the kids involved in fishing is to get them a spin cast outfit to start with. This is a push button reel made by Shimano. This is one of their new ones, and very easy to use. Nowadays, they've got smooth drags on them, and they work pretty darn good.
Kids and fishing. I can't think of a better combination. I commend the Tim Horton Children's Foundation for all they're doing for these monetarily underprivileged children. From the board of directors to their courteous and professional staff, it's a first-class organization. It's refreshing to see a successful company like Tim Hortons giving our future generations an opportunity to experience the outdoors and everything that goes with it. See you next time right here on TSN.
Next time, Real Fishing on TSN takes you to 3 of Bob Azumi's favorite fishing spots. Find out where they are Saturday, December 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, here on TSN.
We started, fishing probably 10 minutes ago. It's been a little slow. Well, we've got a few other species of fish. Suckers, which I have to admit, you are really good at catching those suckers.
Well, I can tell you, I didn't come from Boston to catch suckers.
Oh, he's got a sucker.
It's a nice one, though. Boy, nice fishing spots.
I know. Only the best. Well, I heard when you were flying up from Boston, I wanted to bring you to a good spot.